Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be looking back over my top 100 bass music originals from the 2010s. If you've been subscribed for long enough, you'll know that I did some decade end videos at the beginning of this year, singles which I'm about to look at now, remixes, EPs and albums as well. Lists which I must admit I am very proud of. They took a lot of work to put together and are great for discussion as well, I think. So yeah, what I thought I would do is revisit the biggest one here today to show those who haven't seen it, and of course, again, get the opinions flowing once more. What would I change, even though I made the list so recently? You know, what would be higher, what would be lower, etc. Also, bear in mind here, there are 100 tunes, so I'm not going to go through all of them. Not going to go into all of them, sorry, in depth of course. It will be more like an overview than a complete replacement in terms of numbering and whatnot. By the way, if you do want to see me revisit the remixes, EPs or albums at some point, then yeah, do let me know. It's a maximum of 4 tracks per artist here, which is a limit I gave myself when I made it originally. Playlist of all of them in the description, apart from those exclusive to SoundCloud of course. Working from the bottom up, 100 to number 1, all bass music, so you know, your dubstep, drum and bass, trap, house, and so much more. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, number 100, Phonic the Hero, which is not a song I imagine many of you will have heard, but it was part of that epic step, epic dubstep kind of movement. My favourite song from there, and just about scrapes in here. That Shoebox though, fantastic collaboration, and one of my favourites ever, no doubt. Might move that one up a bit. It's really, really fantastic. I love it. Harikari by Joyride, yep, solid tune, and just about gets in here. Frontier is another fantastic collaboration which I love, and again feel like also I would move that one up just a bit. Certainly I think above Doomsday, which I do love and is another fantastic collaboration, but which in comparison with Frontier just not quite as on point. Come On by Tiesto and Diplo. Imagine that many people were surprised to see Tiesto on this list, but full of bass, a big booming housey number, and yeah, fantastic. Might move it down just a bit though. Might move it down just a bit. Botneck, Through the Night, great tune. Yep, fully deserving of its spot there. X-Core, Everybody Rock, same kind of thing. Dylan Francis, Falling Up. The production, I've heard this playlist a few times in the last few months. I've kind of gone through the whole thing again, and the production on that one not quite as good as others we get here. Love the idea there, proper Dylan Francis, you know, old school Dylan Francis in full flow. But yeah, might move it down just a bit. High Score is my favourite Temanite track, my favourite song that he's been involved in, and yeah, again, another collaboration here, madness. So pretty much perfectly placed. Excision, Livewire, this is interesting because, you know, I think at the time I was like, this is Mile and Away my favourite X song, but songs like Oh No I might like a bit more from his X-rated album, and also a couple more. Might substitute that one out or just leave it completely and then put in a new one from him. But yeah, it's weird, like even in the last half year or so I've grown to enjoy more songs from him more, or different songs from him more, which yeah, not a long stretch of time, but yeah, it has happened. Fire in the Hole, yep, we'll keep that there. Street by Nightmare, it is iconic. It is an iconic trap tune. Might put that one up just a bit. Same with Higher by Extract, which is a fucking brilliant trap song. I think if I was to recommend any trap song from this list right here, then it would probably be that one. So much fun. Whiskers by Feed Me, another banger. Yep, I mean, fully deserving of its spot here, and yeah, just vibing with that, maybe a bit higher even, because it is fucking good. Burner by Keizo, I love the idea of this tune, and the second drop switch is one of my favourites ever. But the production, yeah, I've kind of realised over time, as I've been hearing his recent stuff as well, which is just, I mean, the production is a bit all over the shop for me, and this might be where it started. I do love it for the idea, but maybe a bit lower. Bap You by Party Favor, that is one of the most fun songs I've heard. Very memorable, and as I said, yeah, just a lot of fun. Now, we have a bit of an issue, because, yeah, what Aerochord has allegedly done, I don't want to put him in this list, of course, so gonna be removing that song completely, and I'll be doing it with another one from him going forward, as you will see. Station by Hugo and Chase, which is just such an infectious tech house kind of number, you know, more on the techno side with the pounding kicks and whatnot, but fuck me, so good, and dark, groovy, juicy, rhythmical. Hoodlum, yeah, my favorite Joyride tune, I think. I could be wrong moving forward. No, there is another one, but yeah, fucking good, and I think underrated in his discography. Guns for Hire by Charlie Darker. Man, I mean, one of the most slept-on producers that has ever come out of modern bass music, and yeah, fantastic, amazing music, proper Vomit House stuff, and one of the couple really who did it properly. So may even move that one up a bit, maybe, who knows. XP by Chime, which is just easily one of the best dubstep melodies I've ever heard, ever. Amazing colour in that tune, and yeah, it's just, for me, his best track, his most complete. Pretty well placed, gonna leave that there. Gemini Graduation, also fantastic in terms of melding melody and dubstep, and yeah, very epic. A lot of scale and just beauty to it, so yeah. That is well placed. We Are One, yep, maybe move that one a bit down. As it goes on, proceeds to become a little less enthralling, if you get me, but yeah, still a fantastic tune and a fantastic vocal there as well. Jacob Plant, Mosh Pit with Majestic. I mean, for me, that's going off the original, which was like the original ID. And there seems to be a different version on Spotify at the moment, which is nowhere near as good, in my opinion, but still, a very good song, and the concept, I love it overall. Kiss My Lips by Borgor, which is for me mile and away his best tune. It's a bit of a nosedive from that point, so yeah, just gonna leave that one there and not comment on it too much further. Eden by AU5, which came out last year, easily in my top 2 from that year, and yeah, one of 2 in this list from the end of the decade. Jarvis with Flight, which is easily for me one of the most underrated Disciple tracks of the last few years. Riveting knife party kind of stuff, and yeah, just fantastic tune. That is one of them that I just find too underrated for words, and yeah, give it some love, stream that bad boy. Among Us by Adair and Omega Mode, a big ravenous, alien-like, extraterrestrial kind of dubstep number. The sounds involved, very gnarly, savage, and raptor-like. Spitfire by Porter Robinson, yep, one of my outright favourite songs from him, and probably my favourite outright dark tune that he ever put out. So it's good, grungy, and leaves a mark on you, and also got a bit of an emotional, reflective tone to it. So yeah, that is well placed right there. FTW by Let's Be Friends, which is the duo that Joyride used to be in. And yeah, that song in particular, I've kind of realised that every time it comes on, I just can't not play it the whole way through. It's epic, I never skip it, which says a lot. So might move that one up a considerable amount. Yeah, just putting it out there, being honest, I think I would do that. Higher Ground placed, yeah, pretty right there at 69. Like a Boss by Eptic is epic, and I might put that one up just a bit. Chaos by Must Die, at the time I loved it, but I think maybe have grown to enjoy it just a little bit less, just a little though, you know, not a lot. I'm not sitting here saying like, you know, I don't enjoy it anymore. I still like it a lot. I think it's fantastic, but when I look at some of these below it, I do like them just a bit more. So yeah, maybe that one and the AU5 one actually, I might move down just a bit. Ghastly, Get On This, which is again a bit of a journey, that tune, all the changes it kind of goes through. Not the best production, I wouldn't say. Yeah, production not amazing on that one, but the idea is good. So yeah, Gonna keep it there. It's rooted at 66. Death by Robot, one of my favorite Feed Me songs for sure, and it just all ties together really well. And yeah, I would leave that there. Gunfinger, again, by Eptic. It's a big one, and I think my favourite tune from him, yeah, it doesn't show up again here. That one I might move forward because it is just so wow, 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 wow. I mean, that is just, if that doesn't get you, then I'm not sure what would. Schism Experts, which is legendary and iconic, all of that. And the video going with it as well, obviously, just the whole idea here, really, really good. I think for me personally, might move it down just a bit because I've heard it so many times by this point. With respect to what's below it, might move it down just a bit here. And then we have Shave It by Zed, big old bassy number, fantastic vocal sample. And Collider by Noisia, very impactful, compelling tune, and yeah, again, I think pretty well placed there. Zone by Troy Boy, yep, I had to put some Troy Boy in there, one of my favourite artists of all time, no question. Yeah, just fantastic production. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe not. No, we'll keep it there. Still getting it, banger, straight up banger, and very memorable, and I remember hearing it for the first time as well. So, special place right here for your boy, and R.I.P. Metropolis as well. Big love for Foreign Beggars. Could this be real? Subfocus. This is prime nostalgia for me. Yeah, love this song a lot, and might even move it a bit higher. Recon, another fantastic dubstep collaboration. We'll leave that about there. Colossal tune, big number. Arrival, Peekaboo, Mile and Away, my favourite tune of his, and that bass be very fat. It do be very fat, so might move that one up just a bit. Same here with Saturn by Kill the Noise, which, yeah, I also might put up just a bit. Another booming banger, and I think the vocal I've liked more and more over time with that number, so let's move it up just a little bit. And then we have Hot Drum, Fuck Me, What a Tune by Joyride, and yeah, this song practically perfect for what it is, I think. So yeah, might put that one up just a bit as well, maybe just a little bit. After that, we have Heaven by Drezzo, my favourite song of 2015 overall in bass music, and yeah, that seems pretty well placed. Again, maybe a bit up. Moving on, we have Firehive, Knife Party, which is a classic, and I feel like I'm saying the same kind of things for all of them now, but yeah, they are all brilliant to me, so it is what it is. Rounding off the first 50 here, we have DJ Turn It Up by Yellow Claw, which is, yeah, up there with the best trap songs I've ever heard. It's fantastic, infectious, and yeah, just bounds along brilliantly. So yeah, that feels just about right, maybe even a bit higher. Okay, top 50 now. Rip and Dip by Getter, one of the most captivating and riveting bro step tunes I think we ever heard. Proper gnarly, leaving it around there. Slow Down by Showtek is another one of those where the original idea I heard is just a bit different from what's on Spotify, and I think they just put on a different version altogether on Spotify, which is a bit annoying. They have the actual song release, and then later they put it on Spotify and, you know, master it a bit different and make the ideas just a little bit different, the sounds and whatnot. A bit annoying, but yeah, I love that tune and the changes it goes through. So yeah, I'm hesitant to leave it there because of that, so might drop that one down a bit. Dr. P, Galaxies and Stars, which is just a mind-blowing for me. Yeah, again, as a combination of vocal and instrumental. I can't remember the original song he borrows the vocal from, but yeah, just so well done. Everything works together so well. When you hear that tune, and then when you hear what he's been putting out last couple of years or so, you just wonder how and why and what's happened. But yeah, that is just an unreal number. Yeah, fully deserving there. After that, another tune here that I don't think many people will have heard, but it is a kind of Mumbakori kind of number. Unbe-fucking-leavable by Jan Waterman. Another one of those where I'm just like, yeah, as I imagine, not many of you will have heard it, but you have to check it out. It's just very infectious, very bubbly, but so gnarly. Rhythmical, I would say, groovy. So yeah, check that one out, leaving that one around there. 600 Years by Far Too Loud. Combustible, moving, bounding, Mumbakori kind of number. Yeah, 110 BPM. And just brilliant. And Mile and Away, my favourite Far Too Loud tune, which is saying a lot because he is one of my favourites ever. Rebirth by Hadouken, yet another here which I don't think many of you will have heard, and they were a band actually, but their focus was dark electronic music, and fantastic concept, you know, all about being a zombie, dying and resurfacing from the ground, and the lyrics are fantastic, brilliant stuff. And the instrumental works with it so well also. That one is one I think that I might move up into the kind of 30 to 40 kind of bracket. Epidemic, Jack Beats, Dylan Francis, really well placed there, I would say. Aerochord, again, being taken out, as I mentioned before. Throwback, my favourite Virtual Riot tune, no doubt. Yeah, his best production I've heard, I think, and yeah, one of those so cohesive, and the ideas work together so well. Amazing vocal chopping, and it's him most in full flow that I've heard from him so far. Yeah, it's purely beautiful. And then finally, before the top 40, we have Red Heat by Schism, which is a tune of fantastic momentum and easily my favourite by him, and yeah, again, fully deserving of its spot right there. Number 40, Internet Friends, my word, what an iconic bass banger. Would I move it up? No, probably leave it there. Again, one of those where I've just heard it so many times by now, but it is still undeniably fantastic, so yeah, gonna leave it there. Trapdoor, good example of a good mesh or blend between vocal and instrumental in dubstep music. That actually features the main singer from Hadouken, the band, which I mentioned earlier. Then we have Infamous Rebellion, which is just a colossal, beastly bass house kind of number, and easily one of, if not the best tune I've heard from that genre or style of music. I think, yeah, I would put it above Dill the Noise Just, which is a very nostalgia-laden tune for me again. But yeah, Infamous Rebellion, just that little bit better for me. All Is Fair in Love and Bro Step, which for me, I think is, again, quite an underrated tune. This time in Skrill's discography, and yeah, right up there with his best cuts, and just such a fantastic way to open up the album, his debut album. Then Me and You, Nero, again, we are talking about just such fantastic dubstep material here, like, my word. Not a lot between them at all, but I would put it just above Sledgehammer. Again here, nothing against it, Sledgehammer, but yeah, just about Me and You. Just above it at the moment for me. Machine Gun, again, another iconic number, and for me, just about right there. Pump This by Snails and Hero Bust, my favourite big room attempt, if you will, and yeah, very memorable for me, and I love how that one just kind of reverberates around your mind when you hear it. The song that reminds me most of shows and the live environment, you know, that big room atmosphere just seeping into your being and becoming a part of you. Then we have Settle the Score. For me, easily, you know, we've talked about the vocal and dubstep instrumental combination in many tunes here so far, but that one is right up there with the very best in terms of original vocal and instrumental, amazing melodies and kind of emotional feeling to it, and the progression of it. If you haven't heard it before, big recommend, check it out. Yeah, there are a couple that maybe on another day I might move up just above it, but no, for now I'm liking it there, just outside the top 30. Porter Robinson, Fellow Feeling, which is beautiful, enchanting and dystopian also, so a lot going on, and the progression of it, the combination of styles and elements and all of that, beautiful, and I felt like he had to be here in this top 30, so yeah, leaving that around there, maybe a little bit higher, maybe 29 or 28. Castle's Sudden Death, which is for me the best outright heavy number of the rhythm kind of era. A bit more simple and straightforward, which is what dubstep became in the last few years of the last decade. The best original to emerge from that style and era for me personally, and which was my number one of 2018. but which was usurped over time, and I will come to that in a minute. But before that, we have Rifle Blow Kiss by Barely Alive, which is a fantastic idea. Again, another one where vocal and music just work together so well, but production not their best, I would say, far from in that tune. So whilst I love the ideas, I might put it down just a bit for that reason. Then we have Brain Dead by Zomboy. Yep, brilliant glitch hoppy kind of tune, and one of my favourites from him ever. Yep, might leave that there, feels good there. Maybe just above Like This, actually, with Virus Syndicate by Schism. Might swap them, so yeah, Schism and Zomboy. Do a little switcheroo, and then we have Roughneck Full Flex. Maybe the best melody or lead line, whatever you want to call it, riff that I've heard in a dubstep tune. And yeah, quite simple ideas, but delivered in such a riveting way. So yeah, feels good there. Noisier the Entangled, my favourite tune from them. Yep, feels about good there, very intricate and well put together. Sounds are brilliant, the definition of the production, it all works, and it's so good. Then we have Jano Partial by Major Laser and Flux Pavilion. Yeah, this one I love so much. It's one of those, again, where as soon as it comes on, I'm just like, I can't skip it, and I want to hear pretty much the whole thing. Might move it up just a bit. I'm not sure. It's getting tight. It's getting tight. Welcome to Mayhem, my second favourite Phase 1 song, and the first you shall hear in a bit. But yeah, that one feels about right there. Yep, good placement. Good placement, Connor. Just above that, we have Deadlink. Again, a thing of Barely Alive. The ideas are amazing, but the production isn't fantastic. But for me, with this one, the ideas shine through just a bit more. So yeah, feels good there. But now we are top 20. Top 20. Okay, it's hotting up. It's hotting up. Revival, Adara and Omega Mode. This is some of the most fantastic construction of sounds I've ever heard in modern dubstep music. It feels worthy of top 20, so I might leave it there. Might even put it above Gem Shards, which is a bit more epic, but the production isn't quite as good as Revival, I think, so might put Revival above Gem Shards, which would be a big shout, but feels like it has to be done. Then we have Witch Doctor, which is that one when I talked about Castles by Sudden Death, mentioning that a tune had usurped it for my personal number one from 2018, and that one is it. Yep, fantastic atmosphere. Vocal chopping is off the chart. The imagery of it, the care in assembling everything together, and the relationship between the different sections and whatnot. Yeah, it's fucking incredible, and leaving that one there. Alpha Dogs by Electric and Autodidact, a fantastic idea, one of the best I've ever heard. Frenetic and electrifying bass house kind of number. Has a breakdown as well, a kind of trappy breakdown, formulated and made out of dogs barking. So yeah, a good idea, a funny idea, and again, well put together, and the production is really good as well. So might leave that one there. Very, very good tune. And then Outbreak by Zomboy, which is one of the most neat and confined dubstep songs I've heard, but how short it is, it really packs a punch. So yeah, that again feels just about right there, maybe up one or two. Yeah, I think I would put it just above Out for Blood, which I would put down maybe a couple. It's memorable, and again, fantastic combination between vocal and instrumental, but a few below it that I prefer just a little bit more. So yeah, gonna put that one just down a couple. Kill the Noise Part 1, which I feel inclined to move up a bit, because for me, it is the most epic and beastly and monstrous dubstep song of the modern era. The introduction alone is epic and wide-reaching, amazing, and then the dubstep that follows is also, well, I think it succeeds it in a very emphatic way. So yeah, gonna move it up maybe a couple here, maybe a couple. UFO and Rage Valley, both pretty sensational in their own right, but yeah, Kill the Noise for me just about edges them at the moment, for me personally. You know, here we have my favourite heavy metal step tune of all time, UFO. And then just above that, a very good, well, one of the best examples of Knife Party's seizure house kind of approach, which is what they coined it as. But yeah, at the moment, Kill the Noise Part 1 just about edges them both. And then we have Nero Guilt, which is, for me, perfectly placed just outside the top 10. So yeah, it's close. This is close stuff. Actually, you know, looking at the top 10, I might swap Nero Guilt with Subfocus Falling Down and put Guilt in that top 10, just because, yeah, at the moment I think for me just about Guilt feels like it should be in that top 10, and Falling Down just one place below, which is fine. Still in love with that tune and always will be. Aside from that little switcheroo, I'm not sure I would change anything here about the top 10. Maybe The Island Part 2 up 1, maybe. Yeah, aside from that, it's looking good. Survivors, of course, one of the most gnarly dubstep tunes and my favourite collaboration ever here, it seems. Yep, that would be about right. The Island Part 2, amazing, and a precursor for what we were to get with Knife Party going forward. Scorpions, my favourite kind of atmospheric and scope-driven dubstep tune, I would say. Power Glove, epic seizure music, again from the duo that is Knife Party. Yeah, maybe might move that one up a bit. It's so fucking epic, I love it so much. Reptile, as I said, my favourite Skrillex number. May move that one down just one in comparison with the others we get here. And then from there, top 4 is a formality for me. Immunity, oh god, it's just so good. The story told in that tune is fantastic. The way it develops and unleashes itself more and more as it goes on, brilliant. And then Dungeons and Dragons, my favourite Space Laces tune. The Final Cut from 501. Yep, stunning and amazing mix of melody, vocal samples, yoys, all of that. A concoction, a wondrous concoction, and fully deserving of its spot right there. One of the best singles I've ever heard, no doubt. And then at number 1, Duke Camp. For me, it won't be moved from that list. Its spot there, it's just so inventive, colourful, crazy. The most fun modern dubstep song I've heard, which really does say a lot. So playful, so exuberant, and just fires off in so many directions, and the sounds and styles and just different elements and influences it brings together. It's just sensational for me, you know, the most joy I've got from any bass tune consistently. It's just so good, and yeah, fully deserving for me of its number 1 spot. So obviously there are a couple I had to remove, and also some towards the bottom that I might move out of the top 100 because I want to move them down a bit, and then obviously if you do that, they won't be in that list. But I also made at the time a reserve list of tunes that I might put in if I was to do it again, and here I am doing it again. So yeah, we're going to look at that reserve list now and see if there are any that jump out at me that I would put in now into the top 100. So yeah, here we go. Okay, going from my computer now. So yeah, here we go. Maybe Feel the Volume, you know, I might put that in there. Maybe a New Dawn, Temanite, maybe. Also maybe Razor Sharp, I love that. Fantastic collaboration. Fire, Jacob Plant, fuck me, what a tune. Yeah, bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Yeah, man, that is such a banger. Might put that in there as well. Light Cycles, fuck. Yeah, Light Cycles I would actually. Shock One, I think that might be a definite. I might even put that like 80 or 90 or something like that. Like move it up quite a bit. Yeah, that is a fucking good tune. Kermit, Snails and Botneck, I would probably put that in there as well. Child's Play, Crimmer, fucking juicy, bubbly, cartoonish little number. Yeah, love that one. Yeah, beyond that, I think that would be it. Yeah, a fair few there, maybe 10 or 12 or so that I would put in instead of what was in my original list. So yeah, quite a bit of revising done there, you would have to say. But yeah, there we have it, my top 100 bass tunes of the 2010s revisited. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. But here we go. What did you make of my list? Which ones would you take out? Which alarming omissions are there? You know, which ones would you put in? There will be producers that I didn't include at all that you're like, whoa, what the fuck, how could you not? But yeah, I want to hear all your views, thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. But beyond that, subscribe if you're yet to, hit the bell along the way if you enjoyed the video, and yeah, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know, and I will see all of you legends in the next one. Peace!